Have you talked to your boyfriend yet? I'm not trying to rush you, but he does need to know what's going on. I decided I don't want him to be involved. He's a loser anyways. I can do better. Okay, I'm not saying you couldn't do better, but he is the father of the baby, right? He needs to know. I mean, I'll tell him, but I don't want him to come around trying to take my baby. And I definitely don't want his crazy mom trying to pull anything. I think it's better if he just doesn't tell anyone and goes to college next year like he is already. Savannah, this baby deserves both sides of its family. It isn't right to just cut off his whole side. I know it's hard to even think about sharing custody of your child, but they deserve their father and their grandparents too. Nah. I grew up without mom for most of my life, and clearly I was better off without her. Kids don't need both parents. He's a stoner loser. He doesn't need to be around the baby. Okay, but you're still going to tell him, right? He will be 18 by the time the baby is born, so he will be able to pay child support. Even if he ends up not being involved, he needs to support his child. Why are you so up my ass about telling him? Do you want him to have the baby instead of me? You think I can't handle being a mom? I don't need him. I am not saying that at all. But I know as a father, it would break my heart to not have my child in my life. Any good man would feel the same. Well, he isn't a good man. He's a stupid teenage boy. He was cheating on me too. Did I tell you that? And he drinks all the time. He is the worst. Maybe you should talk to your psychiatrist about this at your appointment and see if he can help you work through what you're feeling. Oh, I will. He will understand. He's a doctor. He's smart enough to know that a trashy cheating loser isn't going to be a good dad. I'll have him tell you to back off about me telling him. I broke up with him anyways this morning. Why did you break up with him? I can find my baby a better dad. They deserve better than him. Hey, you need to come to the school or something? Savannah was just arrested by the school resource officer. It looked bad. What are you talking about? Did you see what happened? I didn't, but my friend said that she saw her slap her boyfriend, and then she tried to get in a fight with some girl. I'm assuming that was the girl everyone said he was cheating on her with. Okay, she got in a fight. So why was she arrested? I'm on my way now. Someone else said that when the teacher tried to pull her off of the girl, she punched the teacher. I think that's why she actually got arrested. Jesus Christ! Has she been acting out like this since you've been back at school? She's basically lost all of her friends after they found out she lied about me. I know she's been talking back to the teachers a lot, but she hasn't gotten in a fight or anything. Why didn't you tell me? Or why didn't the school call me or something if she was acting out that badly so I could do something? I didn't want to get her in more trouble. I figured she would work it out. And the teachers probably thought she was just PMSing or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It isn't your fault. It's not your responsibility to watch out for Savannah after everything that happened. The school is calling me now. Hello, am I speaking to the parent or guardian of Savannah Blank? Yes, this is her father. What's going on? Hello, this is Principal Lynn. I am going to need you to come down to the school immediately for Savannah. She was just arrested by our school resource officer for assaulting a teacher. Is she actually being arrested or is she just being brought to the office? That depends on if the teacher decides to press charges or not. Okay, I am on the way. I am in no way excusing her behavior, and I understand it is unacceptable and very serious. But please explain to the teacher that her mother just abandoned her after finding out she was pregnant. She has so much happening all at once and is in therapy. I will certainly pass the message along, but the sooner you get here, the better. My other daughter told me what was going on, so I am already very close by. Thank you for joining us. Please have a seat. Of course. Has there been an update on the teacher's decision? Am I needing to contact a lawyer? That won't be necessary. I spoke to the teacher and explained what the current situation is for Savannah. She has chosen not to press charges. She understands that Savannah is going through an extremely difficult time and doesn't want to add to the trouble. What did you tell her? I didn't say I was okay with my business being spread around the school. Savannah, I gave her permission to talk to the teacher. It was either that or you be taken to juvenile court. That isn't where you need to be right now. I'd rather be there instead of this spooked up place. I'm never coming back here again. Savannah, unfortunately, since you attacked not just a teacher, but to students as well, I am going to have to expel you. I can give you recommendations for some great online schools if that fits in with your new life situation better. You think that's a punishment? I should be thanking you. This Heat 11 hole will be far behind me. Savannah, go wait in the car while I get your paperwork. You are not helping the matter at all. Leaves. I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on with her. She's been like this for almost a year now, and it just keeps getting worse. Her therapist doesn't have a diagnosis yet either. I am not therapist, but I have worked with children for decades. If I may, could I tell you what I think? Of course, any suggestions help at this point. Before working with high schoolers, I was a principal for the elementary school. There was a little 8-year-old girl who had similar outbursts as Savannah. She bounced between multiple therapists until she was finally diagnosed with oppositional defiance disorder. I know that it is more common in young children, but the behavior is very similar. I would suggest talking to the therapist about it. They may not be thinking that due to her age. She is a sweet girl. I hope you get to the bottom of exactly what is going on with her. She's lucky to have a father like you. I agree with the principal. After hearing more about the outbursts that have occurred over the past few months and temperament problems that have begun since Mom began having visits again, I do believe that we could be dealing with oppositional defiance disorder. I looked that up and it said it was just little kids that had that. I'm about to be a mother. Clearly, I don't fit in that category. So you're wrong. Well, yes, it is more commonly diagnosed before the age of 12. It can still develop later in life. But now that we have an idea of what's going on, we can get on the right treatment plan. Is there some type of medication that can be prescribed to help her? What exactly is a treatment plan for something like this? There isn't a medication specifically for OD. I can prescribe an antidepressant if she feels as though she needs one, but therapy and education will be your best bet. I don't want to take any medication. It isn't healthy for the baby. I don't want any chemicals messing with my baby before they're even born. The most important thing we can do right now is start family therapy sessions. Having the whole family together and deciding on a plan of action to work together will set us all up for success. Does that include my mom? Do you want it to include your mother? That is completely up to you. That may not be a good idea, Savannah. I don't want her to upset you even more than she already has. No, I want her to have to sit in this office and hear how she fucked me up before I even had a chance. And I want her to hear me when I tell her I'm going to be a better mother than she ever will be. Acknowledging the trauma from your past and confronting it head-on can be very beneficial. If you feel as though you are ready to have this conversation with your mother, I am more than happy to help you facilitate it. What if she refuses to come here to talk? She hasn't even answered a text from me since the doctor. You can always write her a letter to get out what you need to say. Even if you don't send it or she doesn't read it, getting it all out can help. And we can go from there. If you want to do this, I will help you get in communication with her. I just don't know how it will go.